Hey guys, this is Darren. Welcome back to school. I have been asked to show you a few things about our Chromebooks and about apps for PPS. So let's go ahead and get started. Last year, the district bought an subscription to apps for PPS or Google Apps, and what that did is we had two different domains now. Domain's the part after the @ sign. So normally, to send an email, your email is at appsforpps.net, or I'm sorry, at pps.net. Now, to get into anything that has to do with Google or the Chromebook, instead of using the pps.net, you need to use at appsforpps.net, which I have right here, the number 4. So you're going to go ahead and enter your first initial last name, just like your email, at appsforpps.net. That's the only thing that's different. Your password will still be the same. Everything else will be the same. So if you're using a Chromebook and you get a login, it's going to look like this. Enter your email just like that. Enter your password. And then your Chromebook should open with a screen like this. I've been having trouble with this. This is a bookmark page. I've been having trouble with this. So I just go ahead and go for Drive. So once you get here, I'm sure most of you have figured out your Chromebooks, but just a couple quick things. If you click on the bottom left, this is all the apps you have on your Chromebook. And then this bottom bar is like your toolbar. So if you want to add anything to your toolbar, you can see that I have a couple of apps down here. All you do is you take one and you drag it down here. And if you want to get any apps, you just go ahead and you click on the web store. There's a lot of free apps that I can talk to you about later. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead and get started with Drive. So you click on Drive and it opens to your drive will most likely be empty if you haven't used it yet. And a couple quick things. Your drive is just like a hard drive on a computer, except it's all in the cloud. If you click New, this is where you can set up a new folder or just a new document. I try to keep things organized, so I've got you can see all of my different folders I've made. This is my folder for 6th grade. The way to make a new folder is you click on New, you click on Folder. It's going to ask you what you want to call it. I'm just going to call this a test folder. I'm going to click Create, and then I've got a new folder. Double click on it, and it's empty. So I can drag things into here and drop them, or I can create new things. So let's say, for example, I want to start a new Google Doc. I'm just going to click on New Doc. It's going to open up a document, and this is very similar to Microsoft Word, the interface, the way you use it. You've got your toolbar right across the top, and the way to rename a document is you just click on where it says Untitled, and you name it. I'm also going to call this Test Document. You click OK. So you've got it named. You can type, you can insert tables in the same way you would in Microsoft Word. You can play with the font size, the font type. You just highlight it. You can make it larger or smaller. You can make it bold, etc., etc. Those are pretty easy things to play with and figure out. So why don't you go ahead and pause your computer. If you haven't already, pause this video. Try to make a folder and try to make a test document inside. And then I'll tell you what to do next. All right, so you're back, and I am going to show you a couple more quick things with documents. The first thing that is super helpful is organization and sharing. So the way to organize documents, let's say you just made a random document and you didn't have it in the right folder. I'm going to go ahead and make another one. They're really easy to move around. You would click on the title of the document. It's going to make you name it. My internet's going a little bit slow. It's going to make you name it. Then you open the document. And the way that you move these, there's a little folder next to the name. You click on that folder and it will open up all the folders you have. And then you can find the one you want to put it in. I'm going to go ahead and put it in test folder and hit move so that I can keep things organized. So that's the first thing, making sure you've got things organized. It really helps. Second thing that's really cool that we've used a lot is being able to share documents and being able to share folders. So it's very simple. The way to share a document is you just click on this little share button right here, and you enter the name of the person you want to share it with. So and anyone in Portland Public Schools, their name should come up very easily. So for example, let's say I want to share this with Kira. If I type in her name comes up, pulls her up, and I can pull down this little menu. I can say that she can edit it. She can just view it, which doesn't allow her to edit it, or she can comment on it. I'm going to allow her to edit. I'm going to hit send. Sends her a quick little email, but also allows her access to this document. That way, both of us could be working on this document at the same time, and you'll see her cursor and my cursor come up on the same document. Can't do that now because I'm not working with her. The second part about sharing that's really great is sharing folders. So if you go to the folder, for example, this folder, I want to share this with my team. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on it, or on your mouse pad on your Chromebook, you take 2 fingers and you click on the top part of the mouse pad, and then you click on share. And to share it, you do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and share this with Kira. I'm going to share it with Michael. Share with Michael, and then I can share with the rest of my team. I can add a note, I can say, can you look at this? And then I just hit send. They'll get it in their email inbox, and then we can all work on this together. We can also have our own folders within it and kind of collaborate through the internet, which is really great. So that's it with sharing. Now, if whoever is getting this shared doesn't get the email, there's an easy way to access it. Over here on your drive, where it says My Drive, there's a little section that says Shared with Me. If you click on that, that's going to show every document and every folder that's shared with you. So this last week, Kathleen shared with us staff resources. That's where you're going to find that. So you double click on staff resources, and then you got access to all of the different things that she's shared with us. If you find something in there and you're like, I really want to keep this on my drive, so the last part about Google Drive is you open it up, and you can't do, like on Microsoft Word, you can do save as. With Google Docs, you actually have to make a copy of the document and then save it. So the way to do that is you click on File, you go to Make a Copy, and I'm going to call it, it'll automatically say Copy of Schedule. I'm just going to change it to Darren's Copy of Schedule, and then you hit OK, and it instantly creates another document that's exactly the same. And just like I mentioned earlier, once it's open, you can organize it. So I'm going to close the shared one because I don't want to mess with that one. And I'm going to wait till that little folder pops up. There it is. So I'm going to click on the folder, and I'm going to move it to a space that I won't lose it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in test folder as well. So that's about it. The other thing that people asked me about was working with bookmarks. This is just the last thing you can add on. Bookmarks are really easy. So these are really basically bookmarks at the bottom of your screen. But I also like to have access to my bookmarks on the web browser. And the way you add your bookmarks is you click on this. This is where you get your settings too. You go to, where are my bookmarks? Bookmarks. And then you go Show Bookmarks bar. And you can see I already have bookmarks that I've saved. If you ever want to save a place, you just take the little image on it. The little image right up here. And you drag it to your bookmark bar, put it where you want it, and it instantly makes a bookmark. If you have an old one you don't want, you just right click on it and click delete. So that's all. Why don't you go ahead and try to create a document, and share it. And create a folder and share it. That's it.